hours of the morning and jump into the house of a public officer in this country and use hammer and chisel to break into such a house of any person who is a human being in this country, not to talk of a judge, is condemnable. And this is a tyranny of the highest order. Dictatorship, unguarded dictatorship. If the action over the weekend is within the envelope of normalcy, it will not have generated this situation. That is why we say law and order. So what technically it means is that something somewhere has gone wrong.
Many thanks for staying with us and welcome back. Well, I've been talking with the National Coordinator, the Legal Defense and Assistance Project LEDAP, Chino Obiagu, and he's been sharing his perspectives on the raid on the judges by the Directorate of State Security and the jurisdiction of the legislature to investigate and also summon the judges and question them over allegations of anti-corruption allegations. Well, I'm now being joined by another legal practitioner, Well, many thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much about murdering my name.
I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
Well, thank you very much. You heard what Mr. Obiagu had to say on the matter. He says judges have judicial immunity, and he definitely did not support the raid on them by the DSS. What's your position on the matter?
I also do not support the raid on by the DSS on the homes of the judges. I do not support it. In fact, I think that Section 12, subsection 2 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Law should be amended. I believe that that law is not in kilter, as it were, with good governance, with order in the society. I believe that that law, a law that allows you to go into somebody's home, break the outer door, break the inner door, pull down the door, remove the window, and go in because you want to arrest somebody. If you ask me, I think the proper thing to have done for a law to allow you to do that, there should be specific crimes that you can do that for. For instance, if you are going after armed robbers, if you are going after kidnappers, if you are going after terrorists, yes.
What of in a case where there is sufficient evidence to inform such assault by the DSS?
Sufficient evidence on the homes of judges? Have you ever thought about the manifest and the latent functions of such breaking into a judge's house?
Are you saying the judges are above the law?
No, I've not said that. But remember that even today, if I were to be taken to the police station today, and any other responsible member of the society, probably a doctor, somebody that is responsible, the police will allow you bail on your own personal recognition. Do you know that?
Well,
so you see, the proper thing to do is not to go into, for God's sake, I believe that there are ways, the NJC is there to take care of all these things. I'm also aware, probably the NJC has not been doing enough. That is to say, in some judges, they have clear-cut cases of corruption and receiving of bribe and all that. Probably NJC has not been doing enough. Then strip them, let the NJC be the one that will strip them off their position. I mean, their position as to sitting over matters. Then they can now say, this kind of person should be tried. But for you to go ahead and break into the homes of judges, have you ever thought, the manifest function, like I was saying, is that, we all saw that they went into the homes of judges, they broke into the homes of judges and all that. Have you ever thought of the latent functions? A man who a judge now decides a matter against, for instance, an armed robbery case, or a kidnapping case, or a terrorism case, he now feels, so these judges don't even have any kind of security anyway. So we can go in there at night. If he gives any judgment against us, we can bring down his door, we can bring down his windows, we can bring down even the wall of his house. And harm him. No, you don't do that.
But when you say the NJC perhaps is not doing enough, the NJC is also made up of human beings, and If the NJC is not doing enough, is that not enough reason for another institution to weigh in?
NJC is not doing enough in making sure that they look at the matter on a case-by-case basis. On a case, I haven't looked at it on a case-by-case basis, and if there are glaring, if they have glaring evidence that this particular judge did this and did that, NJC should recommend that judge for prosecution. I agree with that. But a situation where, for instance, some people were accused, of some of the Supreme Court justices had accused some people in power of having attempted to bribe them over election matters. Now you want that judge to step aside. What about the minister that was mentioned? Is he going to step aside?
But what has become of the previous recommendations by the NJC?
That is what I'm saying. I said they might not have been doing enough. Now they know that they have to do more than what they have done. If you find out that when a judge's matter is reported to the NJC, NJC should look at it on a case-by-case basis and take steps. When you now feel that, oh, it is before them, they are judges, they know what is good and what is right. If they now see that, oh, this man is a glaring case of corruption or whatever, then they can recommend that person for prosecution.
Okay, but another interesting perspective to this is the one that was raised by Mr. Obiago. He said the National Assembly does not have jurisdiction to investigate, and in his words, according to his statement, to summon the judges.
I would not use that word jurisdiction. The oversight functions of the National Assembly allows them under Section 88 of the Constitution to investigate this kind of matters. Remember, National Assembly is populated by representatives of the people. Nigerians want to know what has happened to the judges. Nigerians want to know why the DSS had to go at night to the homes of judges and bring down their doors and bring down their windows and all that. Nigerians want to know. And the members of the people in the Senate are representing you and I. So they want to ask the judges questions. You know, probably it may well be that the National Assembly made a mistake in passing that law that allows you, that Section 12, subsection 2 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Law, that allows you to go into a judge's house and bring down windows and bring down doors.
And the matter of the NBA raising issues about the judges stepping aside.
Like I said earlier on, I do not believe that the judges have to step aside. I say that this matter should be taken on a case-by-case basis. Let the NJC look at it. When NJC, if they are satisfied that, look, this particular judge has been involved in probably bribery and corruption and the rest of it, they recommend that particular judge. And that particular judge will then step aside. Not that now, for instance, you have at least 2 justices of the Supreme Court who are saying, look, they came to my home, they brought down my door, brought down my window, did this, did that, and this is because somebody asked me to give judgment or not to give judgment this way or not to give judgment the other way. They are saying that all that needs to be investigated. And the people, they have to go to the People's Court. And the People's Court in this instance is the National Assembly.
All right, thank you.
I believe that the National Assembly should be able to invite them. Probably they might very well, after listening to them, they might feel, a compulsion to correct that law that says that you can bring down the doors and windows of a judge.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Sahon Ihenye, for sharing your thoughts with us on the program. Well, that's our program tonight. Many thanks for being part of the show. I'm Emana Amale. Bye-bye.
a cewar hukumar da take daidaita al'amuran kasuwar hannayen jarin ta ƙasa, sabon tsarin zai sauƙaƙa matsalar tantance mutane mafi ƙarancin jari da mutum zai zuba. To daga ƙarshe kuma kamfanin BS ya ƙara yawan hannayen jarinsa a kasuwar hada-hadar hannayen jari ta ƙasa a farko.